Morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Bitcoin, Ether, and all the rest of the cryptos appear to be on thin ice as we have dipped closer to what we have identified as a crucial support level. It looks like it may be broken. It seems like we're teetering on that edge right now. We're stepping on thin ice right now. Let's see if we can hold this support. We've identified about 82, 83. It's basically where we're at right now. And the next couple hours will be decisive as far as where the price will be going in the next few days. Let's see what happens. We had a strong run for the past few weeks. And I'm not surprised at where the price is. Now, if we dip further, we may have to readjust our targets. But let's see how this plays out. Right now, we're on thin ice, but the ice hasn't cracked and we haven't fallen through yet. So let's see if it holds up. Let's see if it gets a little frostier out there and the ice begins to freeze a little harder, if you know what I mean. Shout out to peace, unity, and love. B-Boy for life. Shout out to my B-Boys out there. I haven't seen any B-Boys here in the population of the chat box. But, shout out to the, Top Rock, Up Rock, and 1990s flares, windmills, halos, and more. Shout out to the whole culture. Peanut Punish GT's out here. He says he's throwing me a meme. It looks like it's on downward. Indeed, we're on thin ice right now for the short term. Let's see how this plays out for the day trader. All this being said, I'm still very positive of where things are headed this year. We're going to see some ups and some downs, and we will be under attack on the left flank at some point. Now, how severe is it going to be? I don't know. It looks like right now there's a formation going on. The bears are forming outside of the camp, and it appears like they have already began this attack. How will we be able to hold the line and hodl this line? I need you touching the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Stay tuned in to the good crypto word that we spread here daily. I got the little calf down there with the golden Bitcoin, and it just struck me the other day. This is the golden calf, and we shouldn't be worshiping this thing. It's a false idol. So don't fall in love with any of these cryptos. Know what you're dealing with, and get in and get out when you find appropriate. Shout out to Dilemma. Shout out to Jay Parr. He says, I can't believe they are using the Starbucks meme again. Neither can I. I haven't seen that. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. People hear a name brand, they hear Starbucks, they hear Backed, they hear, Walmart or any type of name brand, Amazon, and they get an erection. And I don't know what's going on with the layman out there. They hear a name brand and they get all excited. The same thing happened with Bitcoin itself. All the forks, the gold, the Satoshi Vision, the Cash, the Diamond, they saw the name brand and people buy into it, but is it really legit? I don't know. But, listen, it's the sign of the times, guys. It's not necessarily about functionality or true intrinsic value. Right now, the world's gone mad, apparently. Momo says, I'm holding the line, F the banks and the politics. Hold the line. I mean, I think that, we're going to see above 10,000 sometime this year. That's what I'm banking on. I'll tell you that much. I may be wrong, but I think most would agree. So when you see these prices and, things dipping, keep an eye out and be aware of what may be going on. But I think if you're not a day trader, you shouldn't be concerned. Now, if you're a day trader, you got to look out for this because things may go down today, So you may want to take that into account. People day trade, not myself, but I see people out there doing it. And some are successful. So if you're a day trader, the fundamentals right now are looking like they're on thin ice. I'll be sharing the charts with you in just a moment, and we'll talk about that. To the east, my brother to the east. Shout out to Southside Playa. Jay Parr says, no one's selling or buying. The volume is fake, and futures run the market. You got a point to a certain extent. The futures have tamed Bitcoin as many of the regulators predicted. Just the same way the futures are used as a tool to tame the precious metals, including silver and gold. J Parr says, quick post Vegeta memes and it dumps. let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. What I'm not actually surprised. You know, when things go good, then all of a sudden the exchanges need to do the opposite. You know, this is game. Sometimes it's about the opposite of what the mainstream wants. So, you know, there's never a dull day in crypto. So if you see a run up and things doing good, expect maybe a little pullback. I think the whole and overall vibe this week has been bullish. And that's sometimes when they decide to pull the lever and maybe drop the price, as Jay Parr says. And I can, you know, and I can agree to a certain extent. It's, you know, there's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of manipulation. He says exactly the same as silver and gold. Yes, you are right. Yeah. I mean, you know, the ex-CFTC chairman, who they're calling crypto dad, but, you know, whatever. I don't even like that term. But Mr. Giancarlo, the former CFTC chairman, he talked about it. He's like, this is the untold story of Bitcoin, how we tamed it using the futures. So, you know, he's even admitted to it. Chinese New Year does this every year, so why are people surprised about this drop? It pumped the next day after Chinese New Year is over. How long is this Chinese New Year, though? I mean, I've been hearing Chinese New Year for the past week. I know it's sometime around now. Is it coinciding with the lunar calendar, or how does it work? And I know that there is some volatility as we approach, or during the New Year time. But how long is the New Year? It's the time of the year to blame the Chinese New Year again. Yeah, it's the time of the year to blame the Chinese again. Right now, you're getting some propaganda against the Chinese now with this virus. Guys, these viruses, I've seen SARS, the swine flu. How many of these fear porn viruses are they going to unleash on the media, guys? My understanding is that the symptoms are no different than Lyme disease. And, at this point, who's falling for this stuff? I mean, if you've been around long enough, I mean, we've heard it all from SARS to swine flu to even at one point, I think in the 80s or 90s, quicksand was another fear porn. Guys, they got fear porn left and right. It's just to keep you plugged in. And in my opinion, it's also to kind of make the Chinese look bad as we're in this trade war with them, Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but I think I am right about the fear porn at least. China banned Bitcoin coronavirus. Yeah, they banned Bitcoin one day, and then the next day they unban it. They go back and forth. You can never believe what's going on out there. Just like you can't believe what's going on over here. It's like, yeah, media clickbait, yeah. Yeah, the coronavirus and all that. I'm not believing any of that. That's just ridiculous. The same with the swine flu and the other things, the SARS and what Zika was one for a while. They had everybody freaking out. And these things come and go like media cycles. You forget about them the next round. It's all a fabrication, in my opinion. And even if it's real, let's say if it's 1,000% real, I think the deaths related to that coronavirus are like less than 100 people, 50 people. My understanding is that more people have died from the regular flu than they have from this virus. So I don't know what to say out there. It's just a bunch of hype, in my opinion. Charts don't lie. January 25th, Monday is pump, says Southside. Let's see. I hope so. I hope we see a little pump. And usually when things pull back, we could see it rise again. I'm about to show you my charts. And according to my charts, we haven't broke through the thin ice just yet. You can see here, this is my support level that I drew out back in, I think it was October or sometime last year. And you could see on the 21st or on the 14th, we cracked through it. We've been basically on a bullish trend since then. Now, we're about to test this support. If we drop under like 82 or where we're at right now, if we go under this line, I would expect things to change. Right now, this is, the next few hours is going to be decisive. If you ask me, what do I predict? It could go either way. It could really go either way. We've been on this descending wedge for at least 6 months, a downward channel, but we broke out of it just a few days ago. If we can stay above this line here and trade up, in this area, I think we'll be good. Jay Parr says it's absolute fear mongering. Yeah, I mean, that's what the media does, guys. The media doesn't sell good news, guys. Good news doesn't spread faster than bad news. That's just the way it goes. Shout out to Rafter Man. Boom, boom. I see you. Let me drop a bomb for you. Nice City's like, charts, you guys are funny. Yeah, I'm not married to the charts either, but I keep them into account. And I know that some people A lot of people they set their trades on the charts, and as Bitcoin matures and there is more bots and automation in these markets, the bots, they follow the charts as well. But that being said, this market is still very much emotional, and you can't just depend on charts and technicals all day long, and I've said that a bunch of times. So I do follow more the sentiment, the overall sentiment of the market, than I do just the technicals. But like I said, as the market matures, every year or every month that passes by, those technicals are more correlated to the price than before. Shout out to Crazy Ivan. I see you out there. Southside Player says, and this is why you lose in sitting here looking, and the pump is Monday. Okay, let's see. Let's see if the pump is Monday or not. We don't know. I really don't know. Let's see. I mean, hopefully you're right. Hopefully you're right. But I see what, Southside says, Ty, stop playing. I mean, to a certain extent, I think he's right. You can't just live and die by the charts. But I look at them more than I used to. Shout out to Boom. Shout out to JoJo Wave. He just said boom. Let's check out today's math over there on CoinMarketCap. Guys, go check out the D-Live streams. I replayed the manipulation of time video out there. We chopped it up with XPO and a couple other boomers out there. People are asking me about the heliocentric versus the geocentric model. I know some of you guys want to get into that talk. The one that's going to trigger everybody. We'll get into it. And that's warming up in the oven, and we'll do it on D-Live. Watch those moving averages. Let's check out the technicals in just a moment. We'll check out all the technicals. They're nicely summarized here on TradingView. But first, let's check out CoinMarketCap. Hit refresh out here. Gollum dumped after yesterday's pump. I'm not surprised. I mean, if you're in an altcoin and it pumps 15, 20, 25% in a day, I would consider you naive and not very smart to stick with the coin and not dump it or take some profits. That's my opinion. You got Bitcoin there at 83.72 in a critical area right now on thin ice. If it drops a little further, we could be back in the 7K range. Market cap for all the cryptos, 231 billion. Bitcoin dominance is still less than 66 at 65.5. Ether at 162, Ripple at 22. Bitcoin Cash, they're saying it's leading the altcoin charge, and Bitcoin Cash has gained more weight than Bitcoin has this year. And so has even SV, for all the hate that it's received. It's, if you've been holding SV since the first, you've made more gains than other coins, actually. That being said, I'm not a believer of the fake Toshi. I cover it, and I don't want to be a hater, but come on. There are big groups that run pump and dump waves. Yeah, that's been happening since the beginning. You got Litecoin there at $55, EOS at $3.53, Binance at $16, Stellar at 5 cents, Cardano at 4 cents, Tron at 1 cent, Tezos has been doing good. I got to learn more about Tezos. Is there any dApps that you guys can point me to? Is there anything that, other than just holding this, is there something I could do with Tezos? Like Tron has a bunch of dApps, EOS, of course, Ethereum. Is there something I could do with Tezos? Because I keep seeing it, and maybe I want to try it out. Maybe I want to, try it out. Take it out for a date. Monero there at 62, Ether Classic 869, and you got Dash at 102. If it breaks 8,200, I would guess 7,800 is coming. Sideways moving for up to 2 months in Moon. Let's see. I think we're going to see these ups and downs as we approach May, but overall, I think that we're going to see an upward trend towards 10,000. And how much weight are we going to gain before this happening? I know Ty says that he thinks it's all priced in. I somewhat agree with him, but I do think there's going to be a little bit of FOMO. So, that'll cause the price to go up a little. But, as far as like all-time highs, I kind of doubt it. Tezos has a 6% annual return staking is their claim to fame. Okay, well, so far, so good. Let's check out this article here at CryptoBriefing.com. Bitcoin plunges below 8,500, signaling a further decline. A thin wall keeps Bitcoin from further decline. On the last 24 hours, Bitcoin took a 3% nosedive, moved below the $8,500 support level. And then, of course, they're saying Bitcoin's on thin ice. I agree. Let's see if it holds. These support walls sit at 80.50 and 78.60 respectively, according to the charts here on Crypto Briefing. Let me drop this in the population of the chat box. I just dropped that comment right there with this article. You got Jay Parr says Cardano is the competition of KMD, Neo, and Qtum. Yeah, and I heard that the alternative to Cardano is Cosmos. Let me know if that's legit. And we're back. 83.40 currently. And let's see if we hold. I want to direct you once again at dlive.tv/champagnecrypto. I'll leave this replay up for today. I've already showed this video a few times. The things that make you go manipulation of time. This one's an interesting video. And we have some commentary there at the ending that may interest you. Good to see a crypto channel that stands for Christ. Props to Champagne. Indeed, you know the deal, Southside player. Put the Lord first. Rafterman just dropped me $2. Boom. Drop a little fee out there for you. Shout out to Rafterman. Southside player, have you gone to a D-Live yet? Have you checked out the D-Live streams? I know Ty has passed by. I haven't seen Jay Parr there. Jay Parr, I've never seen your name actually before. Maybe you're a user that changed your name. Jojo Waves passed by, and a few other boomers. I had XPO out there chopping it up yesterday, and CryptoZilla always passes by as well. I see all you maniacs. So let's see where it holds. I'm going to keep this one at a short stream today. I got to do something right now, and then I'll pop back up maybe on D-Live in just a moment. So let's go ahead and end this stream, and then I'll be back in just a moment on D-Live, dlive.tv/champagnecrypto. We got 24 concurrent viewers. Chat. Shout out to Rafterman for the $2 in the chat. Bitcoin, Ether, and cryptos are on thin ice. Let's see where things pan out in the next few hours. And then I'll keep you informed. I'll pop up in about an hour, so we'll probably do a D-Live, throw out some lemons on you maniacs. On that note, I'm out, and I'll be back soon. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.